Welcome to MSIKC Session 7. My dear learners, if you are new to my channel, then I request you to check out my previous session videos for your better understanding. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon for further notifications, and if you like MSIKC classes, then share the link with your family and friends so that they are also benefited with these videos. As I mentioned in my last session, today's session is going to be on verbs. Now we all know that verbs are nothing but actions, right? So these actions are those which we perform in our daily routine or in any of our other tasks. These are also events that we get to see or feel. Now let us consider some daily routine work of our life. Every day, what we do, we usually walk, we eat, sleep, stand, or do one or other thing. Now, these all are actions. Now, let's see how do we pronounce them in Kannada. Walk is called as nadi. Nadi. Eat, tinnu. Tinnu. Sleep, malagu. Malagu. Stand, nillu or nintako. Nillu or nintako. And do is madu. Now observe the ending sound of each verb. Okay, let's try this again. Let's start with nadi. So nadi is the verb which is ending with the sound e. Nadi, e. Madu is ending with the sound u. Madu, u. Nintako is ending with the sound o. Okay, so these are the examples which are ending with different sounds. Like nadi is ending with e, madu is ending with u, nintako is ending with o. Now this is the way how we pronounce them. And this is the way how we use the verbs without respect. It is informal form. Now, what is the formal form and how do the verbs change? Okay, how you need to exactly pronounce them. What I mean here is, let us consider this example. You walk. Now, when you translate this you walk to Kannada, it becomes Neenu Nadi. That is without respect. Okay, but what about with respect? Now, that's what you are going to see in the next slide. So, the subject is Neevu, that is with respect, you is Neevu. Now, what about the verb then? How this verb has to be when you are actually trying to address somebody with respect. Let's see that. This slide is going to explain all that to you. Let us see how the verb changes to formal form. Consider the verb madu. Whenever any verb which ends with the sound oo, all you need to do is subtract the oo sound and add the e sound to get its formal form. So madu becomes madi. I repeat, subtract oo sound, add e sound to get the formal form. So Neenu Madu is without respect, Neevu Madi is with respect. Like in Hindi, you will say Tum karo without respect, Aap kariye with respect. Simple. Now, next verb is Nadi. Whenever any verb which ends with the sound E, all you need to do is just add re sound to the end to get its formal form. Now Nadi becomes Nadiri. Consider the last example that we were discussing just few minutes back. So Nadiri is the verb we were actually looking there. So you walk, Neenu Nadi is without respect. Neenu nadi is without respect. You walk, Neevu nadiri is with respect. Now the last case, that is whenever any verb which ends with the sound O. Here in this case I have taken the example nintako. In this case you just need to add re at the end or li at the end to get its formal form. So it becomes nintkoli or nintkori. Okay, I hope things are clear here. Let's try them again. Nadi, Madu, Nintuko, these are all are informal form of verbs, that is without respect. To convert them to formal form, you just need to see which category it belongs to and apply the rule. Nadi is ending with the sound E. So whenever the verb ends with the sound E, Re is the sound that you will add at the end. So Nadi becomes Nadiri. Madu ending with the sound U. So you will subtract that U sound and add the E sound. It becomes Madi. And Nintko becomes Nintkoli or Nintkori. And this you will get when you add Re or Li sound at the end. So these are the three major cases that you will always come across. And these are the only three cases. I hope you got it. Now let us talk more about informal form of verbs. These are actually the original form of verbs. It is very important that you know the original form of verbs. Okay, let me explain this with example. Like in English, the learn is the base form and learning is the continuous form. By adding ing to the base form of verb, you actually are converting the base form to its continuous form. So same thing happens in Kannada also. It is very important that you know the informal forms of verbs are actually the original form of verbs. Now the good practice to learn the OFVs, that is original form of verbs, will help you to learn tenses easily. OFV means original form of verb. Remember, whenever you see OFV in my session, then it means that I'm talking about original form of verb. Now let us practice by converting some of original form of verbs to formal form. I'm going to display few original form of verbs and you need to convert them to formal form. You already know the rules. You have learnt it just now. Apply those rules and convert it to formal form. This will create a strong base for you to learn the tenses in future. So let's start. I'm going to list out original form of verbs and you need to convert them to formal form. When I display them, just pause for a while, convert and unpause to check your answer. Hogu is the verb which means go. Pause and convert to formal form. Later unpause to check the answer. Hogi. Next, Odu is run. Odi is the answer. Odu is read. Odi is formal form. So there is the difference between these two. This is Odu. This is Odu. Helu is tell. Heli. Adu is play. Adi is formal form. Togo is take. Togoli or Togori. Ninu togo, Nivu togoli. Bari is right. Bariri. Let us look at some guidelines to start with. How to practice with verbs. First thing is practice with only few verbs. Do not overload yourself with too many verbs in the initial phase. This will help you to have the stability in your learning journey and you will not give up to learn. In future, you will get to see many verbs to work with. Be with the sessions to help yourself and learn it in the best way. Explore more from different sources as and when you feel like to. But remember, you should not stretch. Without stretching yourself too much is the only way to have the stability. Till then, thank you and happy learning.